Hey there, and welcome back to Kind Care Seniors. I'm so glad you're here today. If you're new to our channel, this is where we talk about real, practical ways to stay healthy, strong, and independent as we age, without any gimmicks or impossible routines. We're all about caring for ourselves with kindness, which is exactly what our bodies deserve. Today, I want to share something that might surprise you. We're going to talk about exercise, but not the kind that leaves you exhausted or dreading your next session. Instead, I'm going to introduce you to 5 incredibly gentle movements that can actually transform how you feel. More energy, better balance, and real strength, all without pushing yourself to the limit. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have a simple plan you can start using today. Let's dive in. Here's something most people don't realize. Staying active after 55 doesn't mean you have to spend hours at the gym, run on a treadmill until you're drenched in sweat, or do intense workouts that leave your joints aching for days. In fact, sometimes the gentler approach is actually the more effective one, especially when it comes to protecting your heart, maintaining your independence, and feeling genuinely good in your own body. I recently spoke with Dr. Emily Carter, a geriatric specialist who spent over 20 years helping older adults regain their strength and mobility. And you know what she told me? She said that the biggest mistake people make is thinking exercise has to be hard to work. The truth is, small, consistent movements done regularly can rebuild strength, improve circulation, and boost your confidence, all without leaving you worn out or sore. So today, I'm walking you through 5 of these movements. They're simple, they're safe, and they work. Let's get started. Movement 1. Calf pumps. Let's begin with your calves. And trust me, this is more important than you might think. Your calf muscles are like the unsung heroes of your circulatory system. Every time you take a step or even flex your foot, those muscles are literally pumping blood back up toward your heart. It's why they're sometimes called your body's second heart. But here's the problem. When we sit for long periods or become less active, those calf muscles weaken. And when that happens, blood can start pooling in your lower legs. You might notice swelling around your ankles, a heavy feeling in your legs by the end of the day, or even some discomfort when you stand up. The good news? You can wake those muscles back up with a super simple exercise you can do right from your chair. Here's how. Sit comfortably in a sturdy chair with both feet flat on the floor. Now, slowly lift your heels off the ground while keeping your toes planted. Hold that position for about 2 seconds. You should feel a gentle squeeze in your calves. Then lower your heels back down. Next, do the reverse. Keep your heels on the floor and lift your toes up toward the ceiling. Hold for 2 seconds, then relax. That's it. That's one full cycle. Try doing 10 to 15 repetitions a couple of times throughout the day. What this does is reactivate circulation in your legs, reduce that heavy, tired feeling, and bring fresh blood flow all the way back up to your heart. You might even notice a subtle warmth in your legs afterward. That's a good sign. Dr. Carter told me that many of her patients who do this regularly report feeling lighter on their feet and having more energy to move around during the day. It's such a small movement, but the benefits are real. Movement 2. Hand grips. All right, next up, let's talk about your hands. Now, you might be wondering, why would I exercise my hands? Well, here's something fascinating. Research has shown that grip strength is one of the strongest predictors of overall health and independence as we age. People with stronger grips tend to have better heart health, lower blood pressure, and a greater ability to stay independent longer. Plus, think about all the everyday things you do with your hands. Opening jars, carrying grocery bags, holding onto railings, even turning doorknobs. When your grip weakens, all of those tasks become harder. So let's strengthen it. Here's what you do. Grab a small rubber ball, a stress ball, or even a rolled up towel. Hold it in one hand and give it a firm but comfortable squeeze. You're not trying to crush it, just apply steady pressure. Hold that squeeze for about 5 seconds, then release and relax your hand. Do this 10 times with one hand, then switch to the other. It's that simple. And here's the bonus. This exercise doesn't just strengthen your hands, it also works your forearms, improves dexterity, and can even help support healthy blood pressure over time. Dr. Carter mentioned that she's seen patients regain the ability to do things they thought they'd lost, like knitting, gardening, or even just holding a book comfortably for longer periods. These little wins matter so much. If you don't have a ball, no problem. You can squeeze a folded washcloth, make a fist, and release it repeatedly, or even use a spring-loaded hand gripper if you have one. The key is consistency, not intensity. Movement. 3. Seated leg lifts. Now let's move to one of the most important muscle groups in your entire body, your thighs, specifically your quadriceps. Your quads are the powerhouse muscles at the front of your thighs, and they do so much for you. They help you stand up from a chair, climb stairs, walk steadily, and protect your knees and hips from strain. When these muscles weaken, even simple movements can start to feel harder. You might struggle to get out of a low chair, feel wobbly going up steps, or notice your knees giving out a little when you walk. But you can rebuild that strength, and you don't even need to leave your chair. Here's the movement. Sit up tall in a sturdy chair with your back supported. Keep one foot flat on the floor, then slowly straighten your other leg out in front of you until it's parallel to the ground. Hold it there for 3 to 5 seconds. You should feel your thigh muscles engaging. Then slowly lower your leg back down. Don't just drop it, control the movement. Now switch to the other leg and repeat. Start with 8 to 10 lifts per leg. As you get stronger, you can add more reps or even hold the position a little longer. This exercise builds serious strength in your quads without putting any pressure on your joints. Dr. Carter calls it a functional strength builder because it directly translates to real-life activities. Within just a couple of weeks of doing this regularly, you might notice it's easier to stand up, you feel more stable on your feet, and you have more confidence moving around your home. And confidence, especially when it comes to movement, is everything. Movement 4, wall push-ups. All right, let's open up the upper body now with a movement that strengthens your chest, shoulders, and arms, all while encouraging better posture. This one's called the wall push-up, and it's perfect if you want the benefits of a push-up without getting down on the floor. Here's how to do it. Stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Place both palms flat against the wall at shoulder height, roughly shoulder width apart. Now bend your elbows and slowly lean your body toward the wall. Keep your body straight. Don't let your hips sag. Bring your chest as close to the wall as feels comfortable. Then push yourself back to the starting position. That's 1 rep. Try doing 8 to 12 of these. What I love about this exercise is how gentle it is on your joints, but how effective it is for building upper body strength. It works your chest, shoulders, triceps, and even engages your core a little bit. But there's more. When you strengthen your chest and shoulders, your posture naturally improves. You stand taller, your shoulders pull back, and your chest opens up. And when that happens, something amazing occurs. You breathe more deeply, you feel lighter, and you carry yourself with more energy and presence. Dr. Carter says this is one of her favorite exercises for older adults because it combats that forward slump so many of us develop from sitting or looking down at our phones. It literally helps you stand tall again. If the wall feels too easy after a while, you can step a little further back to increase the challenge. Just make sure you're always in control of the movement. Slow and steady wins the race here. Movement 5. Balance training with heel raises. And finally, let's work on something that can truly change your life. Your balance. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults, and most of them happen because of weak ankles, poor balance, or a lack of confidence when moving. But here's the empowering part. Balance is a skill, and you can train it. This last movement does exactly that. Here's what you'll do. Stand next to a sturdy chair or counter. Hold onto it lightly with one or both hands, just enough to feel stable, but not gripping tightly. Now slowly rise up onto your toes, lifting your heels off the ground. Hold that position for a moment, then slowly lower back down. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. This simple movement does 3 incredible things. First, it strengthens your calves and ankles, which are critical for balance. Second, it trains the small stabilizer muscles in your feet and lower legs. And third, it builds confidence, because every time you practice balancing, you're literally teaching your body how to stay steady. As you get stronger, you can try doing this with less support, maybe just one finger on the chair, or eventually, no hands at all. But always go at your own pace. Dr. Carter told me about one of her patients, a woman in her late 60s, who was terrified of falling. She started doing heel raises every day, and within a month, she felt so much steadier that she started going for walks in her neighborhood again. That's the kind of transformation we're talking about. Balance isn't just physical, it's emotional. When you trust your body again, you open up your world. Wrap up and key takeaways. So there you have it. 5 gentle, powerful movements that can help you feel stronger, steadier, and more energized, all without exhausting yourself. Let's quickly recap. 1. Calf pumps to improve circulation and reduce leg fatigue. 2. Hand grips to build strength and maintain independence. 3. Seated leg lifts to power up your thighs and protect your knees. 4. Wall push-ups to strengthen your upper body and improve posture. 5. Heel raises to train your balance and prevent falls. The beauty of these exercises is that they don't break you down, they build you back up. And the secret isn't doing them perfectly or intensely, it's doing them consistently. Just a few minutes a day, that's all it takes. You don't need to do all 5 at once. In fact, I'd encourage you to start with just 1 or 2. Pick the ones that feel most relevant to you right now. Maybe your legs feel tired. Start with the calf pumps. Maybe you're worried about balance. Try the heel raises. And then, each day, just show up. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, your body will respond. You'll start to feel lighter, more capable, and more confident. And that feeling, that's what we're really after. All right, my friend, that's it for today. I hope you found this helpful, and I really hope you'll give these movements a try. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new episode of Kind Care Seniors. We've got so much more coming your way. Practical tips, expert advice, and real support for living your healthiest, happiest life. And hey, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 5 exercises are you going to start with today? Are you going to work on your balance, strengthen your grip? I'm genuinely curious and I read every single comment. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourself, be kind to your body, and remember, you've got this. I'll see you in the next video. Kings 52 at a 44.